All right, new tonight. They dress like hookers and hoodlums, but it's not skin and sin they're dealing. They say they are on a mission from God to clean up their own community. Action News reporter Scott Burton is live downtown with this Action News special report. Scott.
Well, Ross, we're in a neighborhood here downtown that's a lot like other neighborhoods here in this area. It's riddled by drugs and sex and violence. It's a neighborhood, a lot of people say, screams for help. But the one difference about this neighborhood is this is the neighborhood of the God Squad. It's a part of Las Vegas you may never see, a dark underworld of drugs and sex, where strangers become instant lovers for nothing more than 20 bucks.
Hi. Are you looking for fun?
This is a place not far, though it may seem worlds away, a place where prostitution runs rampant and customers arrive hungry. This is downtown, just a few blocks from the glitz of Fremont Street and the promise of revitalization. This is a place where the lights are dim, the shadows heavy. It's the home of the God Squad.
People congregate downtown when they have nowhere else to go.
Created just 3 months ago, the Squad is one of the most active activist groups in Nevada. They're downtown business and homeowners who've decided enough is enough.
We can either live and work down here and do nothing, or we can work in conjunction with the service providers down here, including Metro, and try to take matters in our own hands, and that's what we're doing.
Several times a week they hit the streets, posing as prostitutes and drug dealers, offering not sin, but salvation.
I live down here. I want it to be cleaned up.
On this night, Sherry Clute Smith acts as the God Squad's decoy.
You see me walking down the street.
A prostitute walking right next to the real thing on the corner of 10th and Ogden.
Oh, you looking for fun?
Within minutes, she has her first John. Instead of sex, she gives him a piece of scripture and a flyer, inviting him to church, but asking him not to come back for another girl on another night.
It's very scary for me to go out and do this. I can't imagine someone that doesn't know is dying, but if it takes that person and makes them think twice before they come down here to do it, I've accomplished what I tried.
The reaction to Sherry's disguise is mixed. Some take the time to read her flyer, others simply speed away. None would talk to us. Hi there, sir. I'm with Channel 13. I want to ask you a couple questions. In a city known for its sin, a few blocks known for its sultry trade, the God Squad continues its work, the epitome of citizen involvement. One group working day by day, night by night, to change their neighborhood into something better. Now, one of the criticisms that the God Squad faces oftentimes is the safety of its decoys. A lot of people say you are placing these men and women in dangerous situations. The God Squad admits this is not a safe job, but they do have security at every time they go out, making sure that their decoys are as safe as can be. But basically, they feel that whatever risk is worth it.
In Las Vegas,
reporting live downtown, I'm Scott
Christians
Burton, Channel 13 Action News.
And embarrassed men who solicit their services. Joining us now from Vegas is Mr. White and Sherry Clute, who poses as one of the
Let's go to Vegas, and Ms. Clute, why don't you tell me what you do, first of all, so people can get an idea of, you go out and you do what?
Well, I pose as a prostitute and stand on the street corners, and men drive by in their cars, and we've had some park and walk up to me and solicit for sex, or would you get in a car, would you like to party, things like that. And instead of giving them any option, we hand them a little piece of paper stating that we'd like them not to do this in our neighborhood, and invite them to church and give them a little Bible tract, trying to encourage them to do something else.
All right, so you try to persuade them not to visit street prostitutes, but that's a pretty dangerous thing, madam. I mean, you're going to get somebody who's high or something like that. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'd be doing that.
That's true.
Well, Bill, in our case, you know, we're trying to be proactive. What we're trying to do is give people an opportunity to think twice about what they're doing. And so when we give them the paper that tells them that this is a no just like you have the no spin zone, this is a no drug and no prostitute zone. We want them to think twice before they come back downtown.
Okay, I understand that. Is this like a neighborhood?
We want them, right, well, we want them to put the word out that this is not a place where you can come to get that kind of activity.
So this is more of a neighborhood watch thing than anything.
Well, it's a neighborhood intervention. And, you know, our neighborhood is besieged with prostitutes and drug dealers. And so we decided whether we could either sit on the sidelines and watch our neighborhood deteriorate every day, or we can do something about it. And so most of the times when we go out there twice a week, the people actually thank Mrs. Clute because they have a second chance to think about coming back down there.
All right,
and so what we're just trying to do is discourage them.
Sincere, but it doesn't really matter. But I'm worried about Miss Clute here. Now, I think you can do this another way. Whoa. I think you can do this another way. You don't have to be an undercover hooker. You can just stand there with a sign, a bunch of people saying, we don't want this stuff in our neighborhood. Now, taking down license plates, because this is criminal activity, unlike the pastor in Dallas, which it isn't criminal activity, taking down the license plates and all of that, and then telling the police, look, here's who's here, here's what they're doing, rather than put Miss Clute in a confrontational position where she might get hurt.
We have community folk all around her. We don't put her in a location where she's in any danger. And matter of fact, the police and some of our stings have worked with us. So the one thing we're very careful about is putting her in a situation where she can be in some danger, and we take careful pains in making sure she's not in that situation.
All right.
Most of these men are clean-cut, well-dressed, groomed. This isn't just what you'd think. These aren't just scum. Hey,
Ms. Clute, let me break this to you. Ted Bundy was too. So don't diminish the fact that you're putting yourself at risk, and I don't like it. And I think that you can do this another way. Now, Pastor, I want to get back to you.
We wouldn't have her out there if we didn't think that we were going to be able to protect her. So,
but anything can happen in a situation like this. The law of unintended consequences can kick in. Think about it. Ms. Clute, thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Very interesting.
Mayor, City Council, my name is Earl White. I'm the housing coordinator for RPS Development located at 121 North 15th Street. I work with the residents of the 15th Street community. With me today is Pastor Brian Harvey and Kim Jones. Pastor Harvey is a member of our resident council, and Kim Jones is our new coordinator for our neighborhood watch. We're here today and we have some more members that's behind us. We're here today to say thank you. We're saying thank you to the city, to the council. We're saying thank you to the Metropolitan Police Department. As you know, there's some problems in and around 15th Street. But with the help of Councilman Reese and his office, Susie Martinez, hooking us up with Metro, bringing that collaboration together with neighborhood services, this past month has been a real success for our community. We had a community cleanup, neighborhood services. We had met with Kathy Summers and David Olivo and Bob Hyde, and they were just there for our community. They provided rakes, shovels, everything we needed, and we had 50 to 60 residents out cleaning up our alleys. But what our residents are most excited about is the fact we were able to start a neighborhood watch. And with that watch, we had a Take Back Our Community night that Councilman kicked off and participated. And the residents, and everything here is driven by the residents, they wanted to come out and personally thank the city, thank the councilman, and just say thank you in person, because they are committed to seeing the change in their area. And with the city's help, that change is going to come. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to let each of them say a word.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Pastor Brian Harvey of Tree of Life Outreach Ministries, and we're new, fresh to the city, 6 months old here. And I just wanted to thank you also, Mayor Jones and Councilman Reese, for your assistance in our neighborhood, and we're going to help you also to take back the city. God bless you.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm here to thank you, Mayor Jones, Councilman, for all your help we had needed on 15th Street. There's been a drastic change the last 2 or 3 months with the help of Metro citizens and with your support, especially with their bike team. They do a really great job, and we'd just like to thank you for that support. Thank you.
We can't thank you enough for taking the time to come down, and what you're saying really shows what the sheriff talked about this morning, that it takes a collective effort of the citizens and Metro in government, but if you all work together, we actually can get something done. So thank you.
We came out today. We came a little early, so we sat through the whole meeting, and they didn't mind because I'm treating them for lunch. But these people here are committed to see a change. They like where they live in downtown. They want to be part of something. And when Metro came out and explained how much they can do and what we need to do, they decided that they're going to do their part. And so their support, I'm happy that they're here because now they know that government can work for the people. So thank you again.
Thank you all, and thanks for sitting through the morning session of council.
Mayor, I would just like to make a couple comments. This goes to show that government is better when the citizens participate. We are here we're kind of the messengers. And through what we tried to do when Councilman McDonald and I was elected, we tried to bring government back to the people. And I think that this shows that we have tried to keep our promises. And I want to thank the mayor for her participation, as well as Councilman Brown and Councilman Adamson, because without this kind of participation, we're just up here spinning our wheels. And so I'm glad you came here today. It means a lot to us. I just told Councilman Adamson, and they tell me that it's not worth it. It is. It makes you feel good inside when you have people like yourselves come up here, spend your time and effort to tell us that we are doing something that you appreciate. And a lot of times all we get is the negatives. And so you make me feel good. So thank you very much.
Well, you just helped us. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I adjourn the redevelopment meeting, just for the public's information, there'll be
to recognize a gentleman who has done an outstanding job in our East Las Vegas neighborhoods of Ward 5. And before I recognize this gentleman, I'd like to also recognize the Downtown Weed and Seed Steering Committee. Could you all just please stand and be acknowledged, please? They do a fantastic, fantastic job, and we appreciate you all very, very much. I would also like to recognize Mr. Earl White, if you'd come forward, please. Next round of applause. Earl has just done a fantastic job with mobilizing the residents and getting out and really putting our Downtown Weed and Seed Steering Committee on the map. They had a wonderful East Las Vegas fair, which provided a lot of community information. Worked very closely with our marshals as well as Metro and other municipalities that came forward to show the various services that are offered throughout the entire valley. And we just want to recognize Earl and let him know we appreciate all of you all's hard work as well as the leadership you have provided. And we just want to thank you very much on behalf of the mayor and council and present you with this proclamation. How's that? All right.
I'd just like to thank the council and the mayor. Mayor, I'd like to thank you for your vision of downtown because this is a result of that. Everyone here, and will you guys stand up again? Because all these people came together for a meeting through the DCDC and through the Weed and Seed. And the Weed and Seed is an excellent program. And we all got together, and you know how hard it is to come to a consensus in the group, and our consensus was we need to do something downtown. We need to do that. The citizens need to do that. Not so much the city, not so much the state, not so much the federal government, but the citizens. So we all got together. We did we mapped out a strategy that we implemented. We had 60. We actually had more people. We had kids to come out, and we will continue to do that on a regular basis until downtown is crime-free, drug-free, and a nice place to live and work and play. So we like to thank you for that vision. We like to thank Councilman Weekly for his support. We like to thank Neighborhood Services because you have great, and sometimes I don't know if this filters down, but you have great people in these departments. Maria Castillo, Franklin Simpson, but Sharon Sagerbloom has led us through this whole charge the whole way. And sometimes with a large group and little things happen where we have little disagreements, she was right there with us to keep us untasked, to keep us positive, and let us know that there's a light at the end of the rainbow. But I like to share this award with this group because we're going to continue to do what we're doing. You're going to see a difference. The city's going to see a difference in a year, and we know that it can happen, and we're committed to make it happen. We have the Downtown's Ministers Alliance here with Pastor Kincaid. We have John Smith and members of DCTC. We have the YMCA. We have the Foundation for Insight. We have Bob Hogan and his crime prevention programs. So we have a cross-section of people who are committed and will continue to be committed to downtown as the way we like it and the way we envision it being. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, man.